Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's me Sharif coach. Today we are going to cover a topic about how we can log in and register a user in Node.js. So we are going to use some sessions to keep our users logged in, and we are going to use SQL for our database to store our users password, hashed passwords, and their email and their name. So let's get started. So here I have some files. First you have to install some packages. So I have mentioned in my package JSON. As you can see, we need bcrypt, body parser, EJS, express sessions, and MySQL. So we need these packages, and in the SQL I have some SQL config files. So let's close this up, and here I have three files in views, which is form login EJS and form signup and index.js. So form login EJS contains the login form, and the form signup contains the signup form, and the index.js is our home screen. So here okay, so I have previously inserted a user in my database, this thing. So I'm going to just delete this, and here let's go and register a user, and at that time I'm going to show you the code and how it works. So localhost 8000, and as you can see, so on the root I have the index, but I cannot access it because I have not logged in yet. So I don't have any users right now, so I'm going to just sign up. So let's create a name. So let's put codes. Okay, so let's put the email gmail.com like this, and let's put a password 123456 fake. Well, when I create account, as you can see, I'm logged in, and this is the home screen. So when I try to go on the login page, I'm not I'm just redirecting the root. I'm gonna go to sign up page. I'm still reading root. So let's log out, and now I'm logged out. Let's log in with the same email. So when I try to when I try ABC123, which not registered the email yet, which I have to register. So let's put the password as 123, since the user does not exist. So we put the right email, so gmail.com, and here in the password section, we're just gonna put incorrect password. As you can see, credentials are invalid. So now let's just log in. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, and we logged in. So when I check my SQL Pro, you can see this the sessions. So when I check my SQL Pro, now I refresh, as you can see, and this password has been hashed, so we can't actually see the password myself. So it's hashed, and it's a little harder to crack the password. So let's take a look at the index.js. As you can see, this is the code, and first I have imported express and const app as express. So here I have a bcrypt which hash our password. You might see, as you can see, this password is being hashed, and bcrypt hash our passwords. And we have body parser, so we can get some data from front end to back end. And we have a port which is running on 8000. So Okay, so now we have our own module SQL, our own module, as you can see, our own MySQL database which contains some of our configs. So, and we have some sessions, the express session, and I have mentioned as app use session, and I have put it the things of session. So key user ID, secret, very big secret, reset false, safe, uninitialized. So cookie expires, as you can see I have put it expire time. So now on the view engine I have mentioned app.set view engine EJS. So as you can see, body password.json. So the reason it's showing like this is it's deprecated, but we can still use it. So URL encoded extended true. And let's take a look at the root of our page. So in the root I have mentioned if there is no users in our sessions, actually if there is a user in our session, then we want to render this index. And on the name section, let me just show you the index real quick. Here as you can see I have put it in H1, welcome the name of the user to login with SQL web app, and here I have put it a button says window.location.href logout. So yeah, okay, let's go. If it doesn't exist, we want to redirect it to login. That's why I was redirected to login again and again. And here app.get login, if session.user do not exist, then render this. If exist, redirect. Okay, so here I have a sign up. So app.get sign up. So the same function, if the user doesn't exist, we want to render this. User is exists, we don't just want to redirect. And when you take a look at this and this, I have mentioned a form that's basically post. The method is post, and it posts on the same URL. So as you can see, I have put it app.post signup, which is this one, and we have mentioned the email, the password, the name, email, and the password. So here I have mentioned, oh, I want to also show you another thing. I put it, so if like when I put my name and I put the same email, let's just put it in password, user exists, try to log in. That's a sub function. And here if error from sign up error message is error, and if result dot length 0, if it actually does exist, we want to render this message to our sign up screen. Else we want to first hash our user password, and we want to insert it to our users data. We use table. This table, as you can see, tables. We have users name, email, password. Okay, so here in the value section I have provided that, and this bcrypt function does what actually it does is it hashes your password and give this is a salt. So by default it's 10. If you increase it might take it will give you a long character, but it might take some days or some time. It will take like some hours or some days. So okay, it's 10 by default. And here we have error data. So if ever, we want to just console log it, and this is the data. So this is the hash, the password. So we are just inserting the users. So name, email, password values, the name, email, data. So here, let's just get this. Okay. So here, I also just log our user. So SQL select from users where email, and we select this email. So here, if error from sign up error message, and if length actually exists, it's not 0, then we just compare the password, and we give I have passed some parameters such as error response, and if there is the response, we want to put our request.session.user equal the result, and after that we want to just redirect. So if doesn't exist, something went wrong, try creating a new account, and here the same message. So let's look at the login page. So it's a post method, and we take this email and password, as you can see, and we query it, select from everything from users where email. So here we have put this question mark, so we can put it afterwards. So now we create some parameters, we add some parameters, error result. If error, we just render again and put it in our error message. So if result.length is not 0, we console log the result, which I don't want. So yeah, we compare these things from using bcrypt. So bcrypt.compare this password we are getting from this password is this password. So when I try to enter my email and my password, it actually takes here, and this is the email, which is this. It's the password. So what the bcrypt takes is we give this password to bcrypt, and we have stored the hashed password over SQL in our database, and we take that hash password and compare it, and we pass some parameters such as error and response. So if the password does matches, it will give you true. As I want to say, if it's true, the response is true by bcrypt, we request the session user is our result, and we redirect to the home page. And here else, we put an else, and we render our form login that credentials are invalid. And here, if it doesn't exist, if the result has no length, then we just render our form login saying that the user does not exist. So let's take the last route, app.getLogout. Let's just go and log in right 1 2 3 4 5. I hope it's the right password. Oh no, I forgot the password. I hope now it works. Let's go. Yep, we are logged in. So now, what this function does, let me take a look. Let me give you a look at index.js. As you can see, button on click. When the button is clicked, it will redirect you to logout. So here app.get. If the session exists, then we want to log out. If the session doesn't exist, we will just redirect. So if the session exists, we have to destroy the session. After that, we redirect to the login page. If there is no session, just redirect to login page. So that's the whole login system. So in my package.json I have written a start dev command, so make sure you have these things. So that's what it is. And I have a login SQL. If you want to create this project, I'm gonna give you a GitHub source code, so just you can create. So to do that, you have to go at your local host dashboard. Let's just go on the PHP MyAdmin page. Okay, so just PHP MyAdmin, and here we have to hit import, and this just download this login SQL.sql file, and you have to choose file and get this login field, and it will create a database and other stuff that this node app uses. So this is a pretty basic code. I hope you like it. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to comment. So yes, that's what it is, and see you next time.